account, because time is really the essence with this, as you'll find out. And you need to see this before we take it down. Okay, so as you can see in here, we're doing anywhere from about $1,500 to $2,000, and some days even as high as $2,500 in a single day. Now, more importantly than that, you can see that it's just happening for me right now with just an unbelievable amount of consistency. Day in, day out, this money is coming in, and it's coming in completely for free. So all of this money is coming in without spending any money to make that money whatsoever, and it's coming in really, really quickly to set up, and you don't need any experience to do this either. Okay, if you can use Google and you can check your email, then you can use this this system. Now, I've got a whole bunch of stuff to show you right here. If I just show you what you're seeing on the screen now is actually paychecks. So these are real paychecks that have been paid out directly to me. Now, each row or column, whatever it's called, the horizontal one, is a week. So you can see this week $10,209, $9,200, $13,887. This is coming in every single week, and remember, this is coming in for free without spending any money at all. Now, I've got a bunch of other stuff to show you as well. I want to show you a completely fresh account that we set up just to test this on. I want to show you some of the results, because even though this video you're watching right here is the very first time that I am launching this or showing this to any of the wider audience, however you've stumbled on this page, a small circle of my students have been using the system, and they've been using it to some really big success. So I want to show you their results as well. But just before we do that, one thing I do have to say is, obviously, I am the creator of the system, so I've been making a lot of money with this for a very long time. And some of my students, they will make, and you'll see some of them, they make over 5 figures a month with it, but I'm not legally, I cannot guarantee that you're going to make that as well. Okay, that's just not possible. What I can guarantee, though, is that you're going to be able to download it, and you're going to be able to actually make any money that you do with it, potentially 6 figures a year, for free. Okay, so that's really cool, and I can also guarantee you're going to be able to set up really quickly. All you need to do is watch this video, and then within just minutes from now, within the next hour, you can be set up inside and building your first campaigns with it. So how about this one as well? So what this is I set up a completely new account. I use a different network as well, because you can use this on any network you want, and that's something, again, I'll teach you how to do in the system. And what we did here is I just set up a brand new account, and you can see that we were doing $676 a day, and then today, most interestingly, we've really ramped it up, and it's done $1,723 in a single day. Remember, it's all for free, and most interesting about this is today I've literally, other than filming this video for you right now, I have not been at the computer all day. In fact, yesterday I was at the computer for about 30 minutes, because what I do to try to create with this is a real hands-off income. And that's something else I want to bring out to you. This isn't some loophole, this isn't some weird thing that, doesn't really work. Okay, this is a real system that has made me and a lot of other people a lot of money for a very long time. And this version, the latest version of it, is by far the most powerful that we've ever released. So while I got you on this screen, I just want you, just for a second, to just imagine that this was you waking up to this every single day. This is what greets me every morning when I get out of bed. Imagine you waking up to this every day, no more. And by the way, I know what it's like. Just a few years ago, I was completely, didn't even have 2 pennies to rub together, and now, I wake up to this every morning. So just imagine, and you know what else that is? That's living proof that anybody can do it, because if I could do it, literally anyone can. Okay, and some of my students you'll see as well. It's an absolute fact that anyone really can make some money online in today's internet, iPhone world. You just need the right system to do it, potentially this very system right here. So what is the system? How do I do it? Well, first let me tell you what it is not, and let me say something key, that when creating this, I didn't want it to rely on paid advertising, like I've said, expensive website building tools, or any of the stuff that holds most normal systems back. So this system, rather uniquely, works completely free. Once you've got it, it's free to set up, and it's free scaling it up all the way to potentially a 5-figure-a-month income online, as some of its users, my students, are currently making. And other than the system itself, you don't need any software, additional training or anything else. All you need is your computer, your laptop, and an internet connection. So here's how the system itself works and why it works so well. Now, I'm not going to go into a crazy amount of detail, but I'll give you an overview because I know you must be dying to know, in the limited time we have. So at its core, okay, are some of the biggest, if not, I'd say the biggest group of websites on the internet. Just one of them, for example, is worth over $200 billion as a company. Yes, I said $200 billion. And what we do with the system is build these tiny little campaigns that take just a few hours to set up each, that target very specific online markets and niches, which I'll help you find, and siphon off our own little slice of the pie. Now, it's actually very simple. We don't actually sell anything, and the system pretty much does a lot of the work for you. And the best part, well, when you're dealing with web assets so large as these, you really don't need to siphon off much to make a fortune. As for these markets or niches you can go into, well, they can be on just about any topic you can find on the internet. From fitness to TVs to shoes to dating. The truth is, no matter what niche or market you go into, the process with the system is exactly the same. And you can make money in just about any of them. And yes, I'll teach you which ones are best, of course. And most importantly, the idea is once each campaign is set up and successful, that they continues to run for you and produce the same result month after month. And the secret is obviously how you do it. And with my system that took me so long to develop, but that I finally cracked, it couldn't be simpler. So let me tell you one of the reasons to how, and more importantly, why this works so well. And that's that I don't plan it so everything rides on one campaign or website that takes months to create, so that it's really hard to get it right, but also it's completely make or break like other people that make money online do. No. My system and what I do bucks the trend completely. And what we do is focus very closely on very specific niches, and in that way, and of course with my secret sauce that we actually use to create the campaigns, almost guarantee our success. What's more, this is key, is we go after the little known gold mines, not the big fish. And by doing that, we actually avoid contact with 99% of everyone else and are able to make money in an area with basically no competition. That's right, I said close to no competition. And I know I don't need to tell you how much easier it is to make money doing something if no one else is doing it. Because by going after the smaller, low-hanging fruit, we sidestep where, in my experience, most of the other systems go wrong, and have the freedom to make as much money and set up as many campaigns as we want. Yes, there is a science behind this. I told you this isn't some loophole. This is how you build a real, dependable income, and fast. Now, each campaign varies and obviously doesn't work the same every time, but typically, if you ask me the average they make, I'd say you're looking to make anywhere from $250 to $700 per campaign per month. That's how much I would expect to make. That's setting up a campaign once in just a few hours, and then hopefully it making you, like I said, $250 to $700 or more per month, every month for years to come. Now, the more you build, the more money you make. There really isn't much skill needed, and some campaigns, like I said, will make more than others, but pretty much, in a nutshell, it's that simple. That's all we do. And well, you do the math. And this is just an example, and legally I'm not allowed to guarantee your earnings, or any earnings for that matter, of course, but just as an example, even if I just sat down and made 10 campaigns and ended up making a medium of about $500 per month each, 500 times 10, that's $5,000 a month right there. A $5,000 a month income. And you end up with a monster. A monster that anyone can have set up in just a few hours per campaign for free, with no technical knowledge or experience, and once each campaign is live, runs pretty much hands off for you. Now, you will of course need to check in on some things and update some stuff, but for months and even years to come. It's the ultimate system. There really isn't anything like this that really works, and works quite like it. And I even gave it a name in honor of the original technique that started it all, and I call it Google Sniper. It's a complete self-sufficient system I created from the ground up to serve as a simple but brutally effective way to generate a real hands-off income online, where step by step, utilizing the full power of it, anybody, me or you, would be able to go from wherever you are right now, whether you're a beginner, and really the system was designed especially for beginners, and you'll make your first $1,000 and we can turn that into a full-time income, or whether you're already making money online, heard about what we're doing here, and just looking to take advantage of the latest, most powerful method. And actually now, let me show you some of the results others have had that sat exactly where you sat now, got in, and never looked back. Now, I want to show you a few random ones first of all. And what you're seeing on screen now are just a tiny few of the ones we've been sent over the past few years. There's some people here you'll see who have done really well with the system, as you can see. And there's some who just sent their feedback within their first few hours of joining, just first impressions, okay? And what I've done is I've included both types so you can see. And then I want to show you actually one in particular. Now, this definitely is not a typical result, and Anthony has without a doubt done particularly well for himself, but it's a real heartwarming story, to say the least. In fact, Anthony now helps out training other sniper members, and you'll get to know him personally on our regular calls and some of the video training, okay? So Anthony first came across this very page you're on, or an earlier version of it, in a dire situation. In his words, his life wasn't going the way he had planned it to. Like many of us trying the traditional route of working 9 to 5 or whatever hours you work, he was less than impressed, to say the least. And he knew there had to be something more to this life. Moving on, he came on board Sniper and within 8 months sent me this video, which I'll play for you now. Now note that this is real. You'll meet him inside the training. Like I said, you can add him on Facebook, whatever you want. He's proud to share his story with others.
So I literally put the system into practice and it paid off. I mean, to this day I've got around about 60 to 65 sniper sites, and all those sniper sites collectively earn me around about $12,000 each month. And they're not just ClickBank sites. I mean, I've got Amazon sites, I've got sites that promote CPA offers, I've got sites in a variety of niches. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, without sounding too cheesy, Google Sniper, the system itself, the Google Sniper system, really did help change my life. I mean, after a few months of implementing what I've learned, I literally quit my job, repaid my college tuition fees, stopped living the broke student lifestyle. And yeah, and the crazy thing is that I know I'm not the only one doing this, you know. I'm in contact with a few other guys, a few other snipers who do the exact same thing and earn a ton of money. And so I want to say thanks, George. I really recommend the Google Sniper course and method itself. I mean, it really does work. It's not just a bunch of hype. And it certainly did change my life. So thanks, yeah.
And here's some pictures he sent me shortly after of how his life had changed. Now, I'm not saying everyone's going to see this kind of success. After all, I can't guarantee you're going to put in the minimal effort and use the system to its full effect, but allow yourself to think for a moment, not fantasy, reality of that being your life, how that would feel. You know, the financial independence of writing your own paycheck from now on, the pride of paying off your house, moving to a new one, or driving the car you know you deserve. And more importantly, the security of being able to support your family no matter what. And I want to give you access to it all right now, practically giving it away. In fact, if you can see the download button below this video, then you can come in right now and get access to the whole system. Now, I do have a few more things to go over first, but at any time from this point forward, when you know everything you need to, and it's only going to get better from this point, just be aware that the download button is there right below, and you won't miss anything that's not covered inside if you click it and get inside now. Okay? If anything, it means you're definitely going to secure your spot. So if you're ready, then you can go ahead. As soon as you've completed the secure form, I'll be right there on the next page in a video to welcome you to the system, and I know within that first 30 seconds, you'll already know that you made a good decision. Okay, so back to Google Sniper. Listen, there's one point that I really want to make here. I'm just being honest when I say this, and, I am not a lavish spender, and the millions I've made and continue to make every year is more than enough for me. I really don't need your money, and that is the truth. I really don't. I'm here because I'm passionate about helping others, about helping you. If you're here right now and have given me your time and sat through this presentation. But I do ask one thing in return for me literally giving you the keys to the kingdom here. And the truth is, to get Google Sniper to where it's at now, it wasn't cheap. Sure, I was a one-man band in the beginning, but to develop the system, the technology, that includes a full-time team of staff who you saw earlier who do nothing but give you support so all your questions get answered, research new methods to profit with sniping and more, that all costs money. And that doesn't include the training area, tools, and the costs of hosting this very video you're watching right now. And so all I ask for everything is a small joining fee or donation towards the system. Now, don't worry, this fee is so low, it's frankly silly. And sure, it, slightly helps towards the costs, upkeep and research, but something that is clearly in both our interests. But really, there is a different, far more important purpose this fee serves, okay? And I want you to listen closely to this. And that's that I'm here, I've made this video for you, I'm flat out giving you my whole system that potentially and literally will change your life if you use it right. And you know what? You need to give something back to me to prove to me that you're actually going to use it. Obviously, I can't release Google Sniper to everyone. We actually tried to keep this page fairly under the radar. So I want to make sure it only gets into the hands of the people who are really going to use it. And so this small donation or fee acts as a kind of deposit from you. And by investing a small amount into your future, I think I will only attract people who are seriously ready for this. And when it finally does happen, by the way, and you finally see those first few dollars come the inside of your account thanks to this, it can be quite shocking to finally get over that hump, to make, if you're completely new, like most of the systems users, your very first few dollars online and see that you really can do it. It's a life-changing moment. And let's talk about that for a second, because you're not just getting the system itself here. No, I want to make sure every possible base is covered. So first of all, there's step-by-step video training of me walking you through exactly how to set up your first campaigns with the system, from start to finish, and analyzing and helping you with any of the small things. What's more is it's me personally sitting there with you in the training videos, because if giving you the system wasn't enough, like I said, I'm passionate about helping you succeed, and I'll be there every baby step of the way, your own personal millionaire coach. Seriously. And here's just a clip from one of the videos you'll be joining alongside me once you're inside the system, just so you can see what I'm talking about here. And I wanted it to be this way because honestly, I love teaching you, and no one's going to have quite as many insights as me, the person who created the system, made my first few dollars with it, and went through exactly what you're going through right now. It's a complete system and training program, and when I say I poured my heart and soul into this to make it the best program I could, I really mean it. So if you're thinking what happens once you click the download button below this video, what happens next? Well, don't worry. Like I said, because after you enter in your information on the next page, I'm going to be right there on video waiting for you to welcome you to the system and create your account. And while we're here, I'm also going to give you something else here right now aside from the system itself, completely free, and you can think of it as a bonus. You see, once you do make money with Google Sniper, you're going to be wondering what to do next. How do you multiply your income to get into the same income bracket as me? You're going to have questions, and you're going to want real answers. And so aside from the Google Sniper system, I know what you would really like is perhaps some personal coaching from me. And just so you understand, this is no small deal. I've made a lot of money online, as you've seen, and for me to sit there live with you and other snipers each month and answer your questions is a very big deal. But it's okay, it's my gift to you. Because to be completely honest, when you are making money, it's a joy speaking to you. As you can imagine, I'm very passionate about helping you see real success. So for me, this is actually one of the biggest areas of satisfaction for me from the whole thing. It gives me a big sense of pride to get to know someone who I've genuinely helped get out of the rat race and live their dreams. I call it SniperX, and like I said, you're going to be able to use it today completely free. There's more too, not just live coaching, but also brand new methods, because I discover new strategies and cutting edge techniques to make money with Google Sniper all the time. And I'm going to include them here in SniperX for free. Now, obviously this part is going to cost me a lot of my time and money to run, but it's my gift to you because I really want to see you succeed. I'm going to coach you live on these special SniperX coaching calls for free and send you all my latest techniques and secrets. All you need to do is just make sure the box is ticked below this video, and that's it. You don't need to do anything else. You get this free 1 month of SniperX as soon as you download Google Sniper below. I'm going to do all the work for you, no additional cost. That's it. It's my bonus to you. Now, it's all pretty incredible, I know, and I want to give you all this because, like I keep saying, I really am very passionate about you and those that come in and use the Google Sniper system seeing success. Just to be clear, obviously, this right now is the only time or place where you can get this. And because what I'm trying to do here is different, actually, you know, I really don't want you to worry about this joining fee. As I keep saying, I'm not trying to make money off of you. Really, I just want some help from you to keep the system going by helping me cover the costs of sharing it with you, new research, and everything else I've said. And secondly, much more importantly, I only want people in this who are really going to use it, not just take away a spot from someone else. You know, I think it's fair enough. And even though I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on this by now, this entire system is not even going to set you back $1,000. Although in terms of the financial impact this could have in your future, I think we both agree it'd be worth 10 times that easily. But in addition to what I said a second ago, it wouldn't really be much of a gift to everyone if the only people that could afford to get in on Google Sniper were the people who are already rich, would it? So it's not $1,000, it's not even $800 or $600 or $500. And, you know, we're getting really low now. And actually, it's not even going to set you back $300 to join and download. And remember, I'm talking about the complete Google Sniper system and training responsible for funneling over 6 figures a month into my bank account for years. And I'm talking about coaching you on SniperX because I'm throwing that in too. And like I said, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you on the coaching call saying you just made your first $1,000 online and you're so shocked you just can't believe it. I want you to tell me how good life is and, you know, how good it was to just quit your job. And I want everyone to be able to experience that. So the small fee I'm asking for, like I said, it's not $600. It's not even $500, $300, not even $200, or not even, right now, even $100, or $90, or $60. Right now, on this page, at this very moment, you can get the whole thing and start using the system immediately for a ridiculously low, just $47. Yes, I just said $47, that's it. And that's for unlimited and lifetime use of Google Sniper. And I want to be clear that this covers you for everything, the full system, and you'll be able to use the system to its full extent for free for as long as you want, download everything, use the training and more, again, for just $47. And yes, by the way, I know it's a ridiculously low fee. I bet you're surprised. But like I said, I'm really not here to make money off your back. I meant what I said when it's a fee to help upkeep the system and also something to filter out those of you who are serious and who are time wasters. And believe me, this includes everything you need to go from where you are right now to whatever your income goals are. And it includes the time to be able to enjoy that money. But I'm going to go one step further, because while it's a tiny investment compared to what you're getting in return, I still understand for some, perhaps you, it might be a lot of money for you right now. You know, I know, and remember, I know very well what it's like to be in your shoes. So I'm going to make this as easy as I possibly can. And this proves how much faith I have in the system and that it will work for you too. Because even though I really don't need to, for your absolute peace of mind, I'm going to flat out guarantee this. That's right, because if any time in the next 60 days, for some crazy reason, you feel like you don't want to use Sniper anymore, just send me an email and I'll send you your joining fee right back. I'll say thanks for trying it and I'll open up your slot to someone else. Now, I have a feeling that that's not going to happen, but I wanted to let you know that the offer is there so that you feel completely comfortable that everything you're about to get access to and the investment you're making in yourself and your future is risk-free. And if you can see that button below this presentation, it means you can get access to Google Sniper right now. So go ahead, click on it when you're ready, enter in your information with our secure processor on the next page, and then within 2 minutes, you'll be on the other side with me again, like I said, waiting for you there in a welcome video to welcome you and explain to you the system. Now you can get access and start your download process at any time from this point forward, as you know, but while I've still got you here, let me explain one more thing to you. Because the reality here for you is there's only really two choices right now. Excuse the pun, but you really are at a crossroads. You might not realize just how important this moment is right now to your future, but let me remind you of the people who've come before you, who sat exactly where you are now and watch this exact video at this very point. The testimonials you've seen, the thousands you haven't, and know that this is important. And which path you take is completely up to you. I'm not here to influence you, and frankly, while I would like to help you, because that's just who I am, and that's honestly the reason I put so much into Google Sniper in this presentation, it doesn't make much difference to me at this point whether you join or someone else does in your place. And that will happen, by the way. But let me just say this and allow me for a moment to tell you your options. Option 1 is, despite everything you've seen in this video and your clear desire to start earning money online and the lifestyle that comes with it, because you're still here after all, for whatever reason, you decide to leave this page. And despite coming all this way and spending all this time, leave with nothing. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you think is the best choice. But know that if you do take this option, nothing will have changed. There's no possibility anything will have changed. Everything I've talked about in this video and creating a real hands-off online income for yourself will not happen. And every financial problem in your life will still be there without any solution. You will still be waking up to go and work your job, and you will not be making enough money or living the lifestyle you want. And you will still be searching for the answer when in reality the answer is right in front of you. So let's go on to option 2. Option 2 is you download the system. You join me in the amazing training in the members area we've set up, and you follow along as I show you and give you the tools to make your first $1,000 online, and then we aim for a full-time income after that. Option 2 is the potential to change your life forever, to be inside in 5 minutes from now and at some point in the future really having the possibility of living differently, of quitting your job and having the freedoms and securities of earning your income online. And most importantly, option 2 carries no risk, literally none. Not only is it a very tiny fee I'm asking for, as you know, like I said, because I'm not here to get your money, but it's fully guaranteed. And for 2 whole months, you've got 60 days to try it, use it, and like I said, you could have your first campaign set up tonight. And then if for whatever reason you want your feedback, just send me one email and you can have it back. So to recap, there's option 1, and you can just leave this web page empty-handed, and frankly, because you clearly want this deep down, deny yourself the opportunity of the thing that could have changed your money worries forever. Or then there's option 2, all that possibility. Literally everything you want to achieve, and the one system and training that I believe will allow you to achieve it fast, without spending any money to make money, to live free, work the hours you want, earn the money you want, and live the life you know you really want to lead, all within your grasp for no risk whatsoever. It's up to you. And the download button is right below this video you're watching, and if you want option 2, you can click on it right now, enter in your information on the next page, and you'll be inside. Now, it's an obvious choice for me, the freedom to be able to work whenever I want, from wherever you want, to answer to no one, and to potentially have your financial worries gone, and real wealth. For me personally, remember that house you saw at the start of the video, like I said, that I'm standing outside of to receive one of my first online checks? Well, like I said, just a few years later, the system gave me the money that allowed me to pay off my mother's mortgage on that house in one payment, and to buy my dream house, or to buy my dream car, to pay cash to travel all over the world, and most importantly, to do it all debt-free, worry-free, and live the life we're all entitled to. Now take that and compare it to what you're doing right now, how you're living right now, each day. And like I said, the final decision is up to you. But the option to take it all for yourself right now is right below this video, for basically no risk and a minimal joining fee / donation. I know what I do, and I know how excited you're going to be the second you get inside and see the system and training for yourself for the first time. Because the truth is, by the way, you've already done the hard work by getting here and by sitting through this presentation. You owe it to yourself to give it a try and discover what life could be like. I've shown you my success with it, from the very first dollars it made me to where I stand today. You've seen what others have thought and the successes they've had. I've even shown you what it looks like when you're inside. I've told you how easy it works and that you'll be set up fast. All that's left for you to do is hit the download button, enter in your information on the next page, and that's it. You'll be in, and I know you will never look back. And do it now, while places and download spots are still available, because access to this, and certainly at this practically free price, is only available right here and won't be available for long, as I'm sure you already understand. So go ahead, hit the download button below now, and literally within minutes you will be inside. It's completely free of risk, and I know within the first minute of the very first welcome video you see, you'll know you made the right decision. So go ahead, click the download button below now. Don't delay and risk missing out forever. Claim your spot now and start downloading and using the system in just a few minutes' time. Hit the download button now, enter in your information on the next page, and I'll see you in a moment in the first video where I'll welcome you to the system.